Hello and welcome to Alchemist Swim. I am Alchemist Jen. Hope you're having a good day. Happy day to you. Today's whim of the day is to talk about doing some more knitting. So yes, I was like, I can cast on this next scarflet, and then I was like, wait a second, it's like this, and I need to make it like this. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pause on that so I can talk about doing the thing and then do the thing later. So this is a skein that I'm going to use, and it does look kind of similar to that one. A little bit different colors present in this one, which is cool, and I think it's gonna have a lot more of the light neutral presence to it than that one did. So gonna be awesome. I'm excited to see what that ends up being like. And yeah, so I'm just gonna play with this. I just like that the holes all lined up. And I just kind of measured them against each other so that I knew kind of how far I'd gone. It's just kind of satisfying to see that they do in fact line up. I don't know, just simple pleasures. Life is fun like that. It's how I measure a lot of times. It doesn't line up, cool. If not, you know, so is it close? But yeah, no, I'm very happy with Scarflet, and I'm excited to make another. This one's going to go to Rabbit Row and go hang out in Corning with the rest of the skeins that look like this, so people can see what it's like. It'll just be nice to have a sample of something that I have out there in, you know, for people to touch and to interact with, and you know, so I can have something that people will connect with and get to know me a little bit more. So, you know, it's a pretty cool notion, and I'm excited to have that part of things in, you know, happening. It's really, really cool. So, yeah, I'll make probably a couple more of these. Start with this one, and then see where else I can get some samples out. So that's kind of my thought process on that. I mean, just trying to keep it simple. Offering free patterns is nice and easy, and hopefully people start picking them up, so that'd be amazing. So it's fun and an adventure, and we will see what happens with it. Kitty has joined me, as he does when he knows that I'm going to be making a video, and he decides, hey, we're just going to sit together, and he comes over and joins me. So he had a snack, and after a nap he had a snack, and then now he's over here hanging out with me so that I can pet him, because that's my job, is just to pet Kitty. So I'll be working on winding this yarn to make it into a cake so that I can start knitting a second scarflet. So I called it silly scarflet because I like to use the word silly a lot. And either doing something stressful or there's a lot of, you know, things going on there that could happen, and, you know, calling it something silly kind of limits it, doesn't make it as powerful. So I thought, you know, why not stick with the fun alliteration and calling it a silly scarflet. I'm not belittling the scarflet by any means. I just like the word silly, and so I thought I would use it in a pattern. So ta-da! So yeah, so I think that's the gist of today, is to talk about knitting and to keep moving forward with getting the word out about the scarflet, and then start working on the next patterns too. So I definitely want to get some crochet action out there. I've talked about before too, I just want to source the right kind of yarn for being able to make creatures and things that I want to be able to dye. So that's something that I'm working on, but I don't have to necessarily crochet a creature yet. I could crochet a garment as well. So I think I've got a little bit more flexibility there, and as far as being able to source the yarn for it and being able to have it is something that I can have together. So I'm working on that, thinking about what I want to create warmer probably things rather than cooler ones at this point. I really am intrigued by doing maybe a tank top or something. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll try to do something that's an actual wearable, and then do the grading on that. That's something I haven't done. No, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's also more things that can be made accessory-wise for crochet that can be any size and customizable too. So I'm gonna play with it and see what sounds good. Just running with it, making it real. Another thing I could do is do hat. There's some really good ways to do crocheting with hats to get some different texture to it. So that is definitely an option. So maybe I'll play with some things there, especially since I like to do more fantastical things. There's some leverage for being able to do something a little bit more along those lines as a hat too. So I don't know, we'll see. It may happen. It may turn into something else. I've not decided yet. This is the first time actually thinking about it as I'm talking about it with you. So ta-da! Thanks for being here with me for it. So yeah, I was gonna work on some photographing of yarn, but it's too wet and I don't want to wind it into skeins yet, so if it's this wet. So I'm gonna pause, and I really could use a little bit of rest, so I'm gonna take that moment and say, hey, you know what, let's just have a chill rest of the day. And allowing myself to have some rest time is healthy, and you should rest too. So I'm going to advocate for it and say, take a big breath and rest if you can. So that's my 2 cents for the day, my advice, my funness. Yeah, I hope you're having a good one. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see where the whim takes us tomorrow. Toodaloo.